ones that should be helping at the junior and senior and high school.
Thanks for joining us tonight.
You have to pass it. And if you're taking credit break, it should be required. One of them required credits. It's plain and simple. Balancing a checkbook, learning how to do the dishes, learning how to unplug a brain cell. There's certain things that trade schools that we don't learn anymore because we push college. You know what? I don't need to know X minus Y times 7 to the 8th power is 8 something. They're coming back. So I need to know how to change time. I need to know how to develop it. I need to know how to not use the whiteboard. There's certain things that
All right. What's up, everybody? Hello, and welcome to another episode of People in the Boxes, number 79. Actually, I need to fix my screen here while we're talking. Hi, guys. What's up? It's Thursday night once again. It is February 1st. February 1st, finally, 2024. And, yeah, it's a new month, new me. Do I get to say that on new month? I don't know. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun one. So definitely want to see you guys sharing and tagging and liking. I'm going to be getting everybody on a wheel for everybody who wants to share and like and tag. And we're going to be seeing if anybody wants to come up. Definitely want to see if we can find anybody that wants to share about tonight's topic. Okay, making sure I cleared my cache, so the name wheel. I'll get that later. Anyway, we'll get it later. So if you could please share us out, hit that like button. I have a little ditty to sing for you guys about tonight's topic. Pull it up to make sure I get it right. So me. Tonight, guys, it's all about clothes, jewelry, money, shoes, food, people, pills, and boobs. So we're going to be talking about fake stuff, counterfeit stuff. You know what I mean? That clothes, jewelry, money, shoes, food, people, pills, and boobs. You know what I'm saying, guys? So it's going to be a fun one. We've got Kim back here with us. I'll bring her up. She's sitting back watching the show. No, you're in the show, Kim. You're in the show. You are part of the show. We'll get you up here. So it's going to be an interesting one. We're going to look up some different things. I mean, clearly there's a huge section of fake stuff online. That's like that's like 3 episodes in itself. So we don't need to necessarily hit that, with all the AI and all this stuff going on. We might get into that or whatever. But if you don't know this already, People in the Boxes, guys. It's a show I created to help us bring perspective to each other and actually be able to bring us together more than actually push us apart. We have had some contentious episodes, but generally it's about bringing perspective by sharing your experience on the topic. The topics are generally very common topics that we can all relate to in some way. So by doing that, it's still all about sustainability in the overarching theme, is because we have to sustain our relationships with people, people that we disagree with, people that we maybe know we think differently than. And so that's what tonight's show is about. Tonight, every show, I should say, every Thursday night, People in the Boxes. I'm trying to reiterate for people out there who find us, new viewers and such. So Kim, how are you? You got a little cough still. Are you feeling better though? Like you've been sort of like really whammied by this sickness.
Yeah, it was. I got COVID rebound, and the COVID rebound kicked my ass, man. Like I have brain fog from hell, and I'm tired all the time. So by Friday, I'm just like done. But other than
Yeah,
that,
you're burning the. Sorry.
I'm burning the candle at both ends.
I was just gonna say, like because you work a full-time job, like, yeah, I do a lot of shows, but it's like it's all stuff I put on myself.
Yeah.
I put it onto myself. I don't on top of a regular job. So yeah, I appreciate you for coming. Sometimes it's hard to get people to come up and share. So I want you guys all out there to show Kim appreciation too, even if you disagree with what she thinks. I mean, come on up. It's anybody's show, really. This is about bringing everyone together, not just you hearing me tell you what my opinion is, and which I can do. Don't get me wrong. I'm actually looking. I'm trying to set up the wheel. Like I said, I reset my cache.
Melanie's here.
I saw that. Melanie, I did put the link in the chat. If she's interested to come up, she's welcome.
How are you guys doing? Hi, Lisa.
I mean, in the group chat that we're in.
Charlene.
You're still in there. Yeah, let's see. All right, let me play us something here. I'm getting some background music going on while we're waiting and getting some shares out there. 14 people already on the Facebook side, 8 people on the Rumble side. No shares needed.
Yeah, I'm in the process of walking the path to buy a house. I've never owned a house before. I've never wanted to own a house before because I didn't want to mess with having to do like the maintenance and upkeep on it.
It is a different beast for sure. It's a different beast.
Being a single woman, it's like it's the same thing as taking your car to the freaking mechanic and them treating you like shit. I hate dealing with that stuff, So I just have never wanted to buy a house, but I've had to move every year I've moved 4 times in the last 3 years, and I'm tired of it.
Yeah, buying a house doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be stationary either, but yeah, I feel you.
Well, no, it doesn't, but a little
bit longer term for sure. Well, yeah. and when you leave, you generally leave on better terms, like with more equity, with more, something built up. So it is worth it. It is worth it for sure.
Yeah.
Speaking of fake, yeah, this is one thing I didn't even think about it till now. I started watching this new movie, The Beekeeper, with Jason Statham.
I don't know who that is.
He's an action star, guys. They're going to know out there. They're going to know for sure. Jason Statham. What's up, Sean, Eric, Terry, Timothy, and Margaret, all on the Rumble. Wow, you guys, very cool. Thank you very much. Hit that like button if you can. I'm going to get you all on there for an extra chance on the wheel.
Melanie says she's been in her rental for 10 years and she's not ready to own. Dude, I've been there. It's like all the responsibility of owning a house. The only thing that makes it attractive for me is that I'm probably going to buy a brand new built house, like that's still under warranty and everything. So that, and I figure that I'm old enough now that, in 20 years, 30 years, I'll probably be dead or in a nursing home.
Wow.
So by the time the house starts going to hell in a handbasket, I'll be gone and I won't have to deal with it.
That's a hell of a way to look at it there.
I'm a realist. That's the
Margaret,
reality.
Dolores, I got you. I put the link out on the Wayland Indoor Farmer page, guys. If anybody wants to come up, we want to hear from you. That's what tonight's all about. Brand new is the only way to go. Melanie, come on up. Let's see.
Yeah, I know. Cali's expensive. Melanie, I think you're in Sacramento, if I remember correctly. Sacramento, like, even it's expensive out there. It's hard to.
Heather, I got you.
Affordable housing.
All right, I'm gonna share this in so that way you can see that I'm doing something.
Eric Prestonbach's in the house.
Yes, I got him already from the Rumble side. Here he comes on the Facebook side. We are live on YouTube. We're live on Kick. We're live on Instagram and X. My X. Let's show my X. My Xers. Let's. I want to see some my Xers, my triple Xers over there. Actually, I am growing over there on former Twitter. I'll come up in a few. Just got home. Yeah, okay. No worries. We'll be hanging out. This wheel really helps things get greased, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, read. What do I need to read, Charlene? Ow, Nemo, that was hurt.
Let's see, working on getting all of you guys on the wheel. So I'm not keeping up with all of the new comments. I apologize. That's why we need more people up here. We need more co-hosts, more reoccurring co-hosts. If anyone's interested, chat looking for people to fill those spots. Lisa, I got you. Lisa. Let's see. Terry, I believe I got you at least once. There's two here.
I'm here on my couch in the living room tonight.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And so all the cats are like wanting mommy time. I got cat hair all over my face. So if you see me digging up my nose, I'm not having a. It makes your face itch.
Cat scratch fever.
Is it morphine that makes your face itch?
I think it's like any narcotics.
Oh, I'm not on any narcotics. I'm on cat fur.
Heather, I got you. Okay, I'm catching up quick. What's up, Trent? And anybody else, guys? I'm not seeing. I think I'm all caught up. But if you haven't liked and shared, there's Michelle Paris. Hi, Michelle. Has anybody? I want people to think about this. Has anybody ever bought something that they thought was legitimate, but it turned out to be fake? Turned out to be counterfeit? Have you ever bought, shoes or a watch or clothing of any kind that turned out to be not what was, or like a fake diamond? That'd be a big one. I wonder what that industry is looking like. We're going to check that out here soon. Looking. Miss Charlene, I got you. Let's see, expensive.
Usually when I buy like high-end stuff, I buy it from a reputable source. Like I have I like Michael Kors purses. And I have about 5 different Michael Kors purses. I have a Gucci purse. I have a couple of Coach. But I've always bought them either at like Nordstrom's or Dillard's or Macy's.
It won't let you hit the like button, Dolores. I mean, it might not. Facebook does that sometimes. No worries. I know you're a everyday fan. Appreciate it. Let's see. I want to look up. Why is that doing that? Okay.
And I'm not like, for me, I don't really like buy watches. I wore a Fitbit for several years. And I could have bought like a Samsung or an Apple Watch or whatever, but I can't see spending that kind of money on that stuff. I'm too hard on watches.
What's up, Johnny?
Johnny.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Trent. Yeah, Steve-O's probably still going strong.
I'm not really inclined toward, I'm not a very, like, I don't know, I'm not a materialistic person. Like, I like nice things, but I don't want to spend big dollar, high dollar items. I'm just not like that.
Well, so you're gonna knowingly, maybe knowingly get a knockoff. I wonder if people like got it by accident. You know, I see Heather over there on the Rumble with $2. Thank you very much, Heather. I see you. 20 people on the Rumble. Rumble just kicks Facebook's ass. I got to bring up a wheel and everything, and I got to have an army of taggers and sharers and likers in order for us to even hold a candle to my Rumblers over here. It's insane. Insanity. Why don't you guys all just come over to Rumble? Brendra, Terry, I see a lot of you that could. Man, just, you know, sheesh. Anyway, I know I say it every night, but man, it's just like it's crazy the difference. There's people there too, you know. It's not like it's, you know, I don't know. But we're gonna do this wheel for a little while, and I'm gonna pull up some other stuff here while we're hanging out, because I really like this topic, because there's a lot of stuff coming up in the news lately. For instance, like fake honey and fake olive oil. There's a lot of fake foods. There's different ways to tell if your honey is real or not. Like lighting it on fire is one of the ways. There's a lot of
fire. Hey.
Yeah, I saw this little video, but I'd have to pull it back up to be sure.
Hey.
But yeah, I mean, there's ways to, like, there's a lot of fake food. I got to type in fake food stories because it's just giving me pictures of fake food.
So what, does real honey burn and the fake honey doesn't, or?
I'd have to check it out again, because I don't remember, but I did pull that up here. Fake honey, how to spot fake honey. This is from tasteofhome.com. I'm going to check that out. What's being done about it? What can you do to ensure the honey you're bringing into your home is a real deal? Avoid any honey labeled as ultra filtered. Ew. Don't be fooled by honey labeled as pure. This has no legal significance and doesn't actually guarantee purity. Look for the label True Source Certified instead. Okay, that's actually really good to know. True Source Honey independently verifies the ethical origins of honey. I like it. Can't get much more legal than buying honey straight from the farmer or beekeeper. Well, yeah, that's for sure. Or legit. I said legal, but you can't get much more legit. We've got the Too Legit Girl on right now, so why wouldn't I read that correctly? Let's see. You may pay a few more bucks than you would at the supermarket. Yeah, that's true. All right, I'm going to put that link down there again in case anybody. What's up, Eva? Lisa, I think I got you already. If any of you don't have Rumble, Rumble is free, and it is free to follow and like and share and do all the things. So if you go over to Rumble and find us, I am giving people an extra spot for that because I like my Rumblers. And Sean, I got you over there, bro. I got you. What'd you say? Or check out Benson's Honey Farm. Is that your spot? Is that your go-to? Never would I ever spend money on that thing. On what thing? On honey? Oh shoot, I put the link in the wrong. Oh no, this could get interesting. I put the link in like Twitch, YouTube, Twitch and YouTube alone. That's enough to bring us some crazies. So tonight's episode is going to be brought to you by insane people on Twitch and YouTube. It's coming to you soon, guys. Any minute now. But I'm still trying to figure out what Shane's talking about. What would you spend money on, Shane? Craig, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said Shane. What's up, Joe Kelly? Laboratory grown fake meat. Yes, Lisa. I told. Didn't I bring that? I brought that up to Kim before we started. I said we might get into that a little bit because there's a lot of this like fake meat being grown, and sometimes we don't know whether it's being put into our supply or not. You know, like we don't know. So I mean, sometimes, but like there's also things being done to keep food longer, make food last longer, make food look more appealing when you buy it. Like all of that stuff goes up this same alley. I don't want fake meat, but I also don't want meat that's been like blood's been rubbed into it to make it look more red, you know, because it's old and all of those tactics that they use. You know, there's a lot of things I don't like. Crazy people from everywhere, Jess. Yeah, for sure. The Incredible Burger. Yeah. Craig, yeah, I don't think I'd be wanting the whether it's like that's something I always talk about with like vegan based or veggie based meat. You don't see meat lovers shaping their meat to look like vegetables. So why is it that you have to fake yourself out? And no offense to you guys out there, I should say that ahead of time. To you vegans or people that maybe can't eat meat for medical reasons, whatever it is, no worries. But I see Melanie here. Hey, Melanie. Saved by Melanie. I was about to get in trouble with vegans.
I don't eat red meat or pork, so it might be me also you're getting in trouble with.
Do you make fake meat though? Do you get the fake meat patties? Like, do you do it because you have to cook yourself? You know what I mean?
No, I do eat chicken. I eat breast. I eat boobs, just the boobs. Just the boobs, nothing off a bone. Wait.
Boob meat, please. Just ask for that when you go to the restaurant. That would be great.
I know. Can I have boobs with no bone?
No.
Yeah, no. I'm not a fan of all the fake stuff because, first of all, it's high in fat. It's really high in fat. All the Impossible burgers and stuff.
True.
So I don't like it.
Yeah, because they're trying to make up for different things, and it's not very scientific.
I think it's high in sodium too. A lot of that stuff.
Yeah, anytime they try to fake stuff like that, they, like you said, they have to add something. Like sugar-free stuff is always high in fat. Fat-free stuff is going to be high in sugar. You know, they make up for it somewhere because it's going to taste like shit to us Americans who are used to eating crap.
I don't really like tofu either. Anybody like tofu?
Tofu, I think it depends on how it's made because it really just takes on the flavor you make it with.
But what my point was is that meat lovers we don't shape our meat to look like broccoli, you know. So why is it that vegans have to sort of hide it or trick themselves into thinking they're eating meat? You know what I mean?
There are some cauliflower and chicken nuggets in there, and they were sent to me on accident because I do Walmart online grocery, and it was like a substitution. I can't. There's no way broccoli is going to taste like a chicken strip, okay?
Right. Have you seen the dinosaur chicken nuggets that kids have
nowadays? I love dino nuggets.
Well, they are mixed. You may not know it, but I think it says it on the package that it's got vegetables mixed in. And
the new one. Yeah. I haven't had those.
You're thinking about it like is this just a generic chicken nugget? Like, what's wrong with this until you find out that's because they have other like veggies mixed in, so it tastes like a kind of like a piece of cardboard almost. I don't really like those ones.
I probably would like it.
It might be better that you like when you know that's what you're eating. Okay, I'm having a like a veggie stick, or I don't know what the hell you want to call it at that point. But mushrooms, tasteless alone. What does that mean, Lisa? You mean like you just want to eat the mushroom by itself, nothing with it? Raw mushroom?
Yeah, I can't do raw mushrooms. It's the texture for me is what.
Yeah, I don't
Lisa?
raw mushrooms either.
Yeah, I think you got to cook them though to get like the nutrients.
I don't eat a lot of processed food.
You know what? I do. I won't even
I don't
lie.
like it, but
I won't even lie. Yeah, I do. I absolutely do. And
it's tough, man. It's hard to get off that. We were raised that way.
Yeah,
right?
and especially now, if I'm at work 11 hours a day, I'm not coming home to cook a meal. I'm not doing it. I just don't have it in me. So it's easier to just pop something in the microwave or the air fryer.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that the dishes factor as well. Especially if you're just making something for yourself, like tonight I made myself a steak. Oh goody, and the steak did not taste great. I will tell you, it was a ribeye, and I was not happy with it. When I eat a ribeye and it's like that's not good steak. It wasn't bad. It looked good, but it's a chain grocery store. I won't try to drag them through the mud, but it's like I don't trust the meat anymore at the stores. Like I want to try to go to a butcher and actually. But do you have an extra fridge, Mel? Like with a deep freezer that people used to have. Like I don't have 2 fridges to have a bunch of meat.
No, I have my freezer's not as big as I would like it. And sorry to the comments. I get what you were saying now, Charlene, because I see it on here. Lisa was responding about the tofu. Tofu has no flavor, and that's what she was saying. Mushrooms are tasteless.
That's my fault. I wasn't reading again.
You're welcome.
I thank
you.
And
Craig said, "Can you see when we comment to other people's comments?" That's what we're playing. Yeah, I can. I'm looking on a different screen than he is, so I got you.
Well, I'll be honest. I can. It's right here, but I'm not looking down at it. It's right. It's on. It's there. But that's like too deep.
Throws himself under the bus.
I like to keep it real, I'm self-deprecating too. I feel like that's the best humor.
Sometimes I do it quite often.
I guess maybe I'm also what you call implosive more than explosive. Explosivo, they call it.
You know what? Today I had to stop myself from being explosive. I literally had to be like, I had to tell someone, I can't talk to you right now because it's going to be bad. This is someone that I met for the first time today that works with my son. I was livid. And I'm proud of myself. I mean, I probably shouldn't even have said that part, but I'm proud of myself for not opening my mouth and crushing this boy.
Oh, snap. It's like that.
That's what she said. Is it Craig or how do you say that? Is it Craig or Krieg? Sir Johnson. That's what she said.
A lot of soy burgers you had, Eric. Yeah. I mean, but if you
I like veggie burgers. I don't mind those.
If they're cooked right, just like tofu, like for me, it's like I'll put a little barbecue sauce on it for flavor while I fry it up, but by themselves, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's just, to me, it bothers me that they have to dress it up. Like, I don't know. I like vegetables. I think also, man, like after talking to Scott yesterday with the microgreens, like I've been all in on microgreens, but this guy, like, he takes it to another level. He's got like a rainbow of flavors of microgreens. You want spicy, you want sweet, you want whatever it is, and he can like hit you with it. Like he said, he had this stuff that was radish, spicy radish, and like he said, that stuff was almost too strong that you couldn't even take it. You have to take like a little bits of it.
I don't like radishes. They are spicy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have described them as spicy before now. That's a good because they're spicy.
Kind of like horseradish,
Yeah.
I like all that spicy stuff.
Yeah, soy's not good for men, especially to eat too many because of hormones.
Oh,
really?
Snap.
I didn't know that.
I thought that was for women. I knew it was supposed to be bad for one of the genders, but
spicy food?
Oh, yeah.
No, soy.
I agree.
Soy is bad for women.
Women. That's what I thought. I thought it was
for everyone.
Well, everyone, but yeah.
It's just filler. It's like eating couch cushion, basically. That's what you're eating.
I don't know if it's like couch cushion.
Like there's a literal term we call.
I've eaten plenty of tofu, and it was really good, and it didn't taste like couch cushion.
Listen, there's a term. It's called soy boy. Okay, you don't want to be a soy boy. It's like a low T, weak male that just eats soy and has like his lattes and and he's like we might call him a beta male. That's the new, and it's actually, and I actually brought this up recently. It's a survival tactic today because there's more people survive. It used to be that like the strongest men were the ones that would survive the battles, right? And they'd get all the women, right? And so now you have all the men that didn't normally surviving, and so they gotta find a way to get laid too. So they're getting in where they could fit in, and so that's where you have the simping, like the men who like will be. This is with the topic actually with the fake. They'll pretend to be fake.
In the comments are.
Huh?
Jess is like, yep, LOL, boys act weak if they eat soy. Can I just, like, my son couldn't have milk and he had to have soy milk his whole life. Could we not be mean?
I actually don't eat. But no, I agree. I actually stopped drinking other alternative milks too, like because some of those are bad for us as well. Like I switched to almond milk. And then I've heard that that's actually got some, like, a lot of carcinogens in it, or like there's also a lot of milk or sugar in it too, and so it's tough. It's tough.
You know what? Sorry, I was gonna say something. Elisa, the weirdest thing is, my son couldn't have like even a sip of milk, and it was just not good until he was like 14, and then he had milk one day, and he was fine, and now he just drinks milk every day.
Wow. My
son literally just disappeared.
My son can drink milk but doesn't like it and won't drink it. So probably makes some people mad to know that. Like, what?
Right. If he can, you should make him.
Right. I don't know. I wish he would eat more meat. Like we're talking about fake meat and stuff, and it's like we're having kids like my son who is getting raised where he's used to less meat. And I find myself consciously trying to find ways to get more meat into his diet. He doesn't want steak. He doesn't like bacon. And it's like he's a picky eater, maybe that's fine, but at the same time, it kind of feels like it's indicative of a larger thing happening today. Everyone's more used to more
kids
breads.
with autism. Kids with autism a lot of the times don't like the texture of meat. Like they have a lot of sensory kinds of issues, and meat is a sensory thing. Like I'm weird. Like I'm a meat eater. I don't eat that much meat during the week, but like I'll eat it like probably 3 or 4 times a week. But in the summertime, I cannot stand to eat meat. It makes me sick. Like I don't like the texture of it. It grosses me out. And so I don't eat a lot in the summertime. I don't eat a lot of meat.
What do you think of what Timothy said over on Rumble? In the early 70s, when beef was too expensive, we had to eat horse meat once or twice.
I can't say that I ever ate horse meat.
I mean, I'm not judging you on it. We got to do what we got to do, but I've never had it.
That's rough. I saw a movie with Owen Wilson, like one of the only serious movies he ever did. I feel like I forget what it was called, like Escape or something. Get Out, or him and his family were over in like some some East Asian country, small country that like collapses under civil war in the middle of him going there for a new job with his family. And so they're suddenly in the middle of this like war zone. Well, like they're trying to survive, and at some point he has his kids eating rat, but he told them that it was just chicken, so they would eat it.
That's child abuse.
Hey, they had to eat something. They were like it was several days that it took them to get out. It was an awesome movie, man. At one point he's got to toss his kids over across a building, across like the space,
That's crazy. As we all should be, Elisa. We all should be picky with our meat.
Picky with the meat, yeah. Well, with all of it, guys. So olive oil was another one that I've seen now that's being faked, or at least being.
Well, there's a big scandal in the olive oil industry. Like
That's
most
a big
olive
one.
oil isn't real olive oil. It's fake.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
I buy real. I found out. I went through I can't remember what I did, but I did my research to find out what is the real olive oil, and I only buy real olive oil. Like I buy California Ranch olive oil is the brand of olive oil that I use because it's not fake, but it's more expensive.
I have heard of that, Robert. He says some ticks cause people to be allergic to red meat. That's true.
Yeah.
And I get that, but I think there are natural. There's things like that happen that are like freak accidents, but then there's also these natural allergies that we create because we take things away from ourselves too much, like different germs, different types of foods, different, I don't know, maybe I'm off base with that, but I think we're sort of creating some of this problem with our gut biome, with like Melanie and I said, we eat a lot of like processed foods and stuff. And like when I guess not a lot, but like we still are on that diet. I'm trying to eat other things, of course, but it's like that stuff will create some of those problems, like because we've seen this before, where you go on a cleanse diet, go on like say a vegan diet, go on a carnivore diet, whatever it is, go on a cleanse, and then you go back to eating like something with sugar or back to eating bread. All of a sudden it hits you like a ton of bricks, and it causes all these issues with you. Like we know this already, so it's definitely can be a thing that changes us too over time.
So
what's up, Darren? Hit that like button, share us out, guys, and I'll get you on the wheel. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Some of you may remember or know, but I have chronic pancreatitis. I have to really watch what I eat. Really watch what I eat. I can't have a lot of things. And when this first started happening, it was so frustrating because I literally had to walk through the grocery store to do shopping and read all the ingredients and all the nutrition facts on everything. And I was finding out so much I couldn't eat. And I was so frustrated one day. I remember I just sat there in the middle of Walmart and screamed, "Fuck!" It was so, like it's so talking about fake things, like wheat bread. It says whole wheat. It's not whole wheat. You know what I mean? You have to get. It's just like you really have to read the directions. You can't just go on the label. Just like any fake perfume or fake other things that don't. I heard Kim say if you get anything high end, you go straight to the actual store. That's how a lot of places now will have a serial number or a little scan code or something, but it's just without that, it's fake.
That's why I used to get my fake pee straight from the source.
Absolutely. I mean, when vape carts when vape carts first started getting contaminated and stuff like that, that's what they started doing here in California, at least, is putting a seal on it. And that's literally the only difference. They copied the whole packaging, everything. It was bad.
Bank cards?
Yeah. They were putting vitamin E oil in them, and it was killing people because you can't vape vitamin E oil.
Oh, vape carts.
Oh, yeah. What'd you think I said?
Bank cards.
Oh, bank cards.
I was gonna correct you, but I wasn't trying to jump in there, but yeah, I think you heard bank something, but yeah, she's talking about like Joe said here, a lot of fake carts. Yeah, there's a lot of those out there.
Yeah, I didn't know. I knew it was so prevalent here, but I didn't know how it was, everywhere else. But it was. I stopped vaping. I stopped buying them for a while because I didn't want, I didn't want to take the chance.
That's
so
great.
Jess touches on topic near and dear to my heart, boobs, and she's
technically they're near and dear to our hearts.
Well, touche. touche. Agree to share in that feeling.
I mean, I can't stand your sweatshirt, so maybe you have that in common too. No.
Look, it's a totally natural pose on my picture on my Facebook.
Yeah, I'm not flexing.
So people are worried about filters and stuff, but it's like before filters, it was, makeup can, if done right, can change a person's look pretty drastically, no matter what gender you are. But to what Jess was saying though, like some people have fake butts too. Yeah, fake butts. And what do you ladies think about injecting shit into your lips?
I'll pass.
What? So you can have those duck lips,
The
sausage lips, or whatever the hell they're called.
Really, no offense out there, ladies, if you do this. Like, it just doesn't. I don't know. I feel like it might be like a. I don't want to get too gross, like a jelly donut kind of situation going on there. Like like you get talking too fast and suddenly you've got a blowout like you've been driving down I-95. Like I don't know if that's something that I want to be nearby when it happens too. Like you're talking to them, yeah. Anyway, you're eating, right, yeah, or something. It's like,
or like Professor Clump, how when he gets skin, what is it? The clumps, right? No,
is it Crump with Eddie Murphy? You're talking about Nutty Professor?
So when he's skinny, when he's himself, and then all of a sudden he's like, blue. And then it goes blue.
I just imagine a rogue fork when you're eating a salad, by accident, oh shit. Oh, it's everywhere. Like, no, thank you.
You know what those lips remind me of is that monkey that has the red butt.
Oh my freaking God, that's funny. Yeah.
That reminds me of is like a swollen butt.
Nutty Professor. That's the original one.
Name brand snacks, one bag in New York, the other bag, same brand, same snack in Cali. What is this?
Charlene.
Warning
you
on
can
label.
see some of the pictures I have of the California literally has warnings about this product may cause cancer and harm to blah blah blah. Literally,
everything.
That's part of the state law in California.
Yeah, the air that we breathe has it in there. You could see it.
It's a waste of resources for sure. Like you can't. Their laws in California are so much more strict. Yet they're okay with like San Francisco. Have you been to the big cities lately? What city do you live nearby? You don't tell us. You don't have to tell us like your town, but
Kim kind of already did. I'm in Northern California, like near Sacramento.
So,
ish.
Yeah, it's just sad what's happened with that, but that's a whole other story.
Is another story. I am on the road all day long, and I see some shit. It is.
There's labels on the poop. There's labels on the tents in LA. Like the label says, it may cause harm to bodily. Just kidding. If
I showed some of the tent cities and reminiscences of the tent cities on the side of the freeway, there's no way anybody would want to come here, and that's messed up because we have a lot of beautiful. You know what I mean? It's beautiful here. It really is. You can drive an hour in any direction and be in any climate you want.
Yeah.
It's just that everybody, for some reason, seems, it's a mess.
So that kind of brings us back to the topic. And when I saw fake drugs, I was watching an episode of Joe Rogan, and I'm actually going to look up the name of the doctor real quick, because it's important. It's important for anybody that wants to go watch, because this lady does a lot of good work on several fronts. But they started to talk about this whole ring of I think it was through the cartels in Mexico, but they basically make fake drugs and then they force the pharmacies to put them on the shelves. This was Mariana Van Zeller was the name of his guest.
By fake, are you talking about the fentanyl ones?
So that's part of it. Now she said that they happen to find ones that had they would put caffeine or meth in there or something. So there were ones that were less fatal, but yet just as ineffective or just as not good. But then of course then there's the fentanyl, which I feel honestly, I don't know if this is good or bad, because fentanyl seems to be much higher on the fatality rates. Do you think fentanyl is going to clean out our homeless problem? I don't mean to joke about it, but you know what I mean? It's kind of waving through it. They're all used to it.
I have conversations with many, unhoused homeless people out here, and just because I'll be outside having a cigarette or something on break, and people are people, and we talk about their stories and stuff like that, and that is the number one thing that they're doing out here. So many people are like, oh my gosh, people are lacing pills with it. Don't do them. No, people are doing straight fentanyl. It's amazing.
That's true. And
because apparently it's cheaper than anything else. I don't understand, because as a medical patient, you have to pay a shit ton for that kind of medication.
I guess it's just cheaper because it's coming from out of country. I don't know. How do I get on the wheel tonight? You just have to like and share the video. Thanks, Perry, for asking. Especially if you're over on the Wayland Indoor Farmer page. I believe we're live on Vet Codes. Shouts out to Vet Codes. If you are a veteran, you should jump in there, guys. You definitely get a bunch of different discounts and giveaways, veterans specifically. And also, I think I just saw that he added a new discount code and a partnership with Master Rochi's Garden. So let's go. Congrats to that, Master Rochi. What's up, Ty? I saw you popping in there. If you're still here, you're welcome to pop up. But yeah, just hit the like button, share us out. I've seen the pill stamp on Temu. Yeah, that's the thing, Joe. It's we know this is something that's been done for street drugs, to have funny, cool little press, fun little labels on them and things like that, pictures on our pills. Well, they can just as easily do that to make pills that look so close to, say, Advil or whatever. Although that's not a high dollar pill. It would be Adderall is what they're going to replace things with, like meth. A little bit of meth in your Adderall, you're going to feel like, oh yeah, that's the good stuff.
Lisa, I
got you, Perry.
I was on it for a while because of my pancreatitis, and I paid $70. What was it? It was $70 a week. I had to pay for it, but I was literally incapacitated, in pain, so I had to. But that's why I look at it, and I think of how much I paid for it, and homeless are telling me that it's the cheapest drug out there right now. It's mind blowing.
It's overtaking so many things. That's what I don't get. It's like, if it's cheap and people seem to want it on the street, why does it have to be disguised in, say, the cocaine or whatever, which is then causing people to die because they're taking it with the thought of it being something else. And so you are doing something differently in that case, and I think that's what some of the problem is. But yeah. I don't get why it has to be hidden if it's just being offered up so cheap, So
it's on the passes, yeah. I didn't wake up sweating. It honestly, I've always had a high tolerance to anything. It didn't do all that to me.
So I have a couple of things pulled up with the fake honey story and fake food stories in general. Let's see.
Right, Elisa. Not that that's any better, but still, had it been heroin and someone does the same amount or whatnot, they're used to it. It's true that like addicts know their body. They know, you know what I mean, their dosage. But if it's a different drug, that's a very different dosage.
Okay, so this is a really good one. It's the website is famousformydinnerparties.com. Sugar. There's a few paragraphs before this about fake news and what it means and such, but we're going to skip down here to sugar. You'd be well advised to keep in mind that sincere words are rarely sickly sweet. What the hell? But of course, we tend to believe what we like to hear. A trade group by the name of the Sugar Research Foundation must have known that too. Hold on, let me find out how old this is real fast before we go too much further. February 16th. This is last year. I don't know. It doesn't give me just says February 16th. This could be like any year. Jeez. Anyway, still. Yeah. Okay. When they paid 3 Harvard scientists in 1967 the equivalent of about $50,000 in today's money, just to tell some sweet little lies. In the 1950s, as the United States appeared from the rubble of World War II as a fully formed consumer society, it became increasingly clear that the country was fast developing an obesity. Developing an obesity. So you can develop an obesity like a I didn't think it was the word obesity because it's the way it's worded, like we're developing.
I've never heard it used other than with weight, but is that what its meaning is? Large?
It says was fast developing an obesity and heart disease issue. Never mind. It had the dash and it was going to skip down to the next. Okay. All right.
All right, take another dab there, Waylon.
I was just thinking the same thing. I was like,
listen, you might say that, and it's fun. I get it, but I like to watch big podcasts when they have similar brain farts. It's like, hey, that guy's not doing dabs. It's not. You can't blame Mary Jane for that.
That was awesome. That was cool.
It just happens.
What, Mimi?
Kim, I heard that you had. I just now or earlier heard that you're doing your after COVID sickness again. I'm sorry you had COVID.
Oh, thank you. I got it.
What's up, Smashley?
New Year's Eve, I was at the ER getting medication, and so I went through treatment and all of that, and then got cleared to come back to work. Was clear and everything. Was back to work 2 days, and it rebounded, and the rebound was way worse than what the actual initial whatever was.
That's right. I've heard that from many people.
Dude, like my skin, you know how when you get the flu or something, like a really bad virus, like it hurts to touch?
Mm-hmm. I know exactly what you're talking about. Like even the wind, water, anything. Just hurts.
My skin on my entire body hurt. All over. I hurt like that. And I didn't even have to be touched. It hurt. It was the weirdest thing. It was awful. I didn't like it.
I found out my son was exposed this week at his day program, so I had to pick him up today, and because he woke up this morning and he never gets sick or cold or tired or you know what I mean. His eyes were bloodshot, and he's like, "I'm really tired," and his voice was messed up. So I picked him up and I tested him twice, and I tested, and we're both negative, but I'm gonna test him again tomorrow. So hopefully not, but he's had it once and it was mild. It was 5 days, and he was in bed, but it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah. Well, this is the second time that I've had it. I had COVID a couple of years ago, and it was pretty mild. But my problem is this time around when I got the initial infection, I took a different uh, antiviral. The first time I took molnupiravir, and it was, I was good to go. But this time I took Paxlovid, and Paxlovid has a high rate of breakthrough, not breakthrough, but
The rebound.
yeah.
Yeah.
Rebound.
They wouldn't give us any. They won't give that here. Any of the, once you test, they're not like, oh, here's the anti.
You have to ask for it.
I did when my son got it. I asked his doctor because, he walks dogs for elderly people, and he wanted to get back to work. And I was like, can you give him this? And he's like, no, we don't. And I was like, well, nothing. And he's like, nope, just ride it out. And luckily, it was just, like I said, the 5 days. But
well, with me, I'm pretty adamant about stuff. First of all, it's like I go in and I'm like, this is what I want, and I'm going to get what I want, kind of a mentality.
I know what I want. I want it now.
But I have lung issues, so I have something to fall back on with it. So it's like, you're going to give it to me, and I'm not walking out of here until I get what I want.
I was super concerned about him, particularly because he was a preemie. He has premature lung disease. He has, some other things. So I was quite concerned, but definitely relieved when it was as mild as it was. Yeah. Waylon, you were about to say something, and we've been cutting you off. Do you remember what it was?
I don't know. It was just a little bit of this, a little bit of that,
It's not because I'm a teacher. I wasn't even at work whenever I got sick. I was well into a week of my Christmas vacation.
I guess I wanted to address
I got it on a Thursday, or was it Wednesday? It was Wednesday or Thursday when I got it, because I had been home. I hadn't been around anybody, and I went out that day and I ran errands. And I have a feeling that I picked it up at the doctor's office, because I was at the doctor's office. And, they were telling us, wear masks, all this stuff. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm not going to wear my mask. Shit, I work in a high school around kids that are sick with everything, and I haven't gotten it. So I wasn't particularly worried. But you know what? In the future, when they tell us to wear masks because the rates are high, I'm going to wear a fucking mask, because I do not like being sick.
Yeah, it's going around here, and I drive mentally disabled adults to day programs, which is kind of the kind of program my son goes to. He actually is a client of ours. So, and we transport to that program in a few different vans. So all of us are having to mask up now. And I have 11 people in my van at any given time, and it's a lot of people. It's a lot of different households, and to be quite honest, and it's sad, but it's reality, they're not all cared for as well as they should be at their home. You know what I mean? So,
So, what's up, Wes? I saw you, bro. I just wanted to address Craig. Craig has a good point. What he says is the drug dealers who have a product, say cocaine, if they want more people to come back to their product over other people's product, they will put something like fentanyl in it because it has a much higher addictive rate. And I didn't know that. I don't know if that's true or false. I'm going to go with Craig's word here, but because I always thought cocaine was one of the most addictive substances on the planet. So if fentanyl is truly more addictive than cocaine, I mean, that's alarming in itself. But if that's the reason that they're doing it, I thought it was to cut or to stretch their products. Say cocaine is more expensive and fentanyl is cheaper. So what you do is you throw in the cheaper one in there. They're still going to get something from it and make them feel like they got something, but they can make more money from it. That would be my theory. But it makes sense that way as well, Craig. I mean, either way, there's just some reason they're mixing it up. What's up, Shane?
Hey,
And
Shane.
like and share us out. Hit that like button, share us out. We'll get you on this wheel. We're reading about fake foods and such. Sugar is one of them. We're getting into that in a minute here. But you ladies were in full conversation. I feel like I've interrupted there. But you were right, though. You have to, you just, if something like you run across that, you have to just get through it. Like, there's not much you can do. If you find some bad drugs, like if you do something that like you get from the doctor, or that you find out you have an allergic reaction to something, those things are similar as well. Like you if you don't have anyone around you when you're trying something for the first time, there's a smart way and a not smart way to even new foods.
You can become allergic to opiates by taking too much, or by having it too often. I don't want to state this wrong because it's going to sound bad. Let me state first of all that I have almost 26 years clean. So I have not been abusing this, but like I said, I have chronic pancreatitis. So when I'm in the hospital, they would go straight to morphine. And now, anytime they do that, my whole body catches on fire and I get hives immediately. So because they've used that so much while I was in there, I can't use that now. So, it's just what we put in our body really matters, which goes back to what we're talking about. Food, anything, perfume, everything matters. I'm not going to say I read all my perfume labels, but
yeah, and those are probably the bigger things. Like when I thought of this episode, I'm thinking of things like the classic, the Folexes and the fake Jordans and the this and that. But to your point, like this is a lot of the more alarming side of like counterfeit is things that we eat and things that we ingest. So I saw a video, it had to be at least a year or two ago, of I believe it's China that makes a fake rice that's not real. It's not even food. And they also make a fake lettuce, like a head of lettuce. I watched him, this vat of liquid. He pours this green liquid into this, what looks like water, clear liquid. And he took a ladle and he's spinning it and he's tossing it, turning it. It's like just on the top surface of the water. And it starts to solidify, and he turns it, and then he crumples it. It basically crumples up into a ball, and it looks just like a freaking head of cabbage or something. Cuts it in half. It looks like a head of cabbage.
Yeah, I don't want to be tricked. If you tell me something's made with something else, then maybe I'll try it. But I don't want to be tricked, and that goes with every part of life.
They're selling it to third world countries. They're making this, and then they're selling it to places.
See, they should be giving it. I just want to say congratulations. Stacy has been clean since 2015. Also, I'm drinking a beer, but it is non-alcoholic. So we just want to state that.
What's up, Wes?
No mixed. Hello, Wes.
Oh, no, we got to go back to this. Oh, no, we can't. We got 4 of us now. I'm trying not to show the torch on the screen. I just got booted from Instagram. I feel like it's because the second I have my torch showing, because
I used mine on there too. I didn't know not to. I almost asked.
I don't know for sure, but it's something that I'm toying with, and I'm kind of sure that I know this for sure, that anybody that's on the edge of being cool with cannabis, and they don't normally see it on their entertainment or their shows, the torch is definitely a step up on the alarming scale for people, especially like there's different angles there. You got people who maybe are users of things with torches, and then you have people that are just afraid of someone like, what is it? Why does he have a torch? What's happening there on the screen? Oh my gosh, man has a torch.
Congratulations, Jess. She has been clean, or she's been 1 year no cigarettes. April 20th, she will be.
Smashly, we did talk about fake meat. Sorry, go ahead.
That to me is the hardest thing ever, and I've quit a lot of hard things. Cigarettes is
nicotine is evil.
It
Yeah,
is
it's
huge.
got me. It's got me.
Cheers.
I quit smoking cigarettes. I still vape, but I quit smoking.
710. Happy. I got it right on the dot this time.
Stacy, I'm all for that. Like, because if that wasn't your issue, that wasn't your issue. I personally, my beer is non-alcoholic because of my pancreas. Otherwise, I would be drinking wine. I fucking guarantee it. So instead, I drink non-alcoholic and I dab and have edibles and try to trick my brain.
What? What do you want, buddy?
You got the ether. You
Go get a snack. It's okay.
You know what? The barley and the hops. People don't realize that the barley and the hops in the beer really do. They can affect the body because they do. They're very relaxing and calming. So there is, when I have the first thing I did when I got home was open one, and it does have that calming effect.
Work. Yep.
On me.
I'm drinking chocolate milk.
Cheers, Ted.
Narcan. Wait. What is?
What's up, Rumble?
I carry Narcan too. I carry Narcan because I saw a lady when it was 111 knocked out on the concrete and no one was stopping, and I didn't have any, and the ambulance came and they Narcaned her and she came back to life. But
popped up like a
so that week I got some Narcan. I carry it in my car. I can't carry it during the day when I'm working because it's company vehicle, but I definitely carry it. It is so important, especially around
It's
here.
amazing how fast that brings people back.
But what people don't understand is like she refused to go with in the ambulance. That brings you back for a little while, but then you have fucked up effect. Excuse my mouth, but you know what I mean? You're going to go right back into wherever you were. So
that's the plan.
Yeah. It can be scary.
Thank you. Brought me back. I can go do more now.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. I'm good to go. I'll go back right down the street. Yeah, that's the sad part is that we've created more ways to get out of our bad habits than we have creating habits that are good.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
So that's why people sell fake things, because it's easier. Like, they're doing a lot of the same work. Why not start a brand and sell your watches? Well, they can't make as much money. Well, that's right. I was talking about this earlier. The movie that I started watching, The Beekeeper, with Jason Statham. You guys know Jason Statham?
Oh yeah.
And he's got to protect the hive, beekeeper. So it's a good movie actually so far. But what's happening is and I'll try to be vague. It's a newer movie, so I don't want to spoiler alert here. But there's a little bit of cybercrime going on, and an old lady gets sort of duped into clicking buttons on her computer and stuff. And man, that's a big I didn't even really want to touch the online stuff because it's so vast. We've talked about that already, scammers and other things online. But online things to get to fake you out nowadays is just,
websites have a dot in a different spot when it's it'll say one extra letter and then have .com and one extra letter or something like that. And you'll think it is, for instance, like Scentbird or, the Macy's, whatever. It has the same ads, everything. And people are buying from there because it'll be sale, 75% off. And then they never get their stuff.
Or what's that app? The Wish app? Isn't that a bunch of knockoff stuff?
Yeah, Wish, Temu.
I love Temu.
Another one, Shein. Shein's another one.
No, Shein I've heard is really good.
Shein, it's not. They have a lot of knockoff stuff. When you're getting into the naughty stuff, I guess some of it might be okay because my wife's bought a little bit of it. But she kind of found out in the long run
Different show,
that
folks.
they're just as bad as Temu and all those other companies.
Like I tell everybody with because I do use a lot of those sites because I'm poor. read the description.
Yeah, figure out what you're buying.
Yeah, read the measurements, read everything, take pictures. You know what I mean? Like, because it a lot of times will say in there somewhere, not actual size or
Read fine print.
Yeah.
You guys ever watched a movie that was like clearly somebody had taken a video camera into the theater and sat there to record it?
Multiples.
When I was overseas, they would sell. There were these areas where, at times, they were allowing local people to come up to the trucks as we were like waiting to get into the base, and they would be selling things, sell you different things, liquor, and it would be like fake liquor, or it would be like something that was some nasty shit that they had like fermented out of a radiator or something.
Gross.
And yeah, and like they would get people sick, and then also people were somebody bought what he thought was I think he was trying to buy pornography, but ended up being like a Japanese Disney movie and stuff like that.
Can serve them right.
Yeah,
but
that would be hell of a surprise.
But talk about counterfeit though, like
wait, but who got the actual porn movie? Was it like some family that's like, come on, Timmy, here's a new movie.
We got switched with little Timmy's.
Hey, mommy, I like this movie.
Why are they naked?
Hi. Oh, sorry. That would have been Japanese. So it would have been. It's the only word I know. So,
okay, so no torch. Just no torch, but I can medicate.
Fake PlayStations on eBay, Joe. Man, like you can find so many. Like you can find people's faces faked everywhere. Like or counterfeited or put on other things. Like I've told this story about the Arnold Schwarzenegger's face being put on like some kind of like rotating antenna, like he was like he was endorsing it in some way.
Well, they're starting to use AI to recreate like celebrities to advertise things.
Yeah, them talking. And people that are dead, but also people that are alive, and they can like that's why I said I want to go down that too far. But like the deep fakes is what's called deep fakes, and they are able to within a few lines of you speaking and a video of your face, they can basically make it look like you're saying anything they want.
Yeah.
Yes, Melanie.
Jess has to go to bed, but can you sing a boob song? I've not heard it.
You didn't hear the boob song?
No, can you sing it so she doesn't have to rewatch the live?
I gotta remember. I don't have it in my head stuck yet. It's not just the boobs part is stuck, so I have to go back and check real fast. To get the rhyme down. Go ahead. All right, Jess. One more time. Clothes, jewelry, money, shoes, food, people, pills, and boobs. There's more to it. I know I can feel it. I can feel that there's more to it. It's just not. It's not.
That was going to be my question. Is there more to it?
No, I in my head there's room for more for this song. But you guys out there, if you're a artist of some kind, like, look, I'm telling you, those are good lyrics. Somebody's going to take those lyrics, and you're going to hear a song from this after tonight's show. I know what's going to happen. I already know it's going to happen.
Wait, can I hear it one more time?
Yes. Clothes, jewelry, money, shoes, food, people, pills, and boobs. They're all fake things, right? You know, like you could add other fake things in there.
I didn't.
Got it? It was the title of me sharing.
Yeah, no, I wasn't here.
It was the title. It was the title for this event that I shared. Not the title of the live, but when I shared the live, I made a new title. You know what I'm saying? It was good stuff. What's up, Rose?
That was great.
James.
That was
Hey, Melanie. What's up? What's up, James? What's up, man? Guys, if you're out there and if you're just coming in, 25 awesome people on the Facebook side, 15 over on the Rumble. What's up? Well, 13. Hit that like button. Share us out. If you have Rumble, go over to Rumble, hit the like button, comment in the comments, and I'll put you on the wheel twice. If you want to know what the wheel is, I actually got 2 things going out tonight. We're going to give out a spot in game night like we've been doing, and which means if you're already playing in game night, you get 2 spots. Heather Hadsell got to play on 2 different teams and won 2 items last week, so there we go. And then also, I'm going to give out a Grow Fam rolling tray to somebody tonight. So get on that wheel. Mine are real, Craig says. Thank you, Waylon. Good night. Good night, Jess. Boobs
good
on.
night.
I mean,
Sleep
boobs is
well.
just one small part of it, but it is a pretty significant part, you know?
Yeah,
It could be a big
I
part.
just have to say in the comments, I'm commenting as Georgia, and you guys have me freaking cracking up. So when I'm laughing, it's me because I'm
I don't even see you commenting. I know it's you when I see that, but I haven't seen it
just.
yet.
I was gonna comment that, and I was like, no, I commented earlier.
Oh,
Shane says not all boobs are fake, and Billy says or hang, lol, and Craig says mine are real. And Chuck says, but all boobs matter. Okay.
fake hair. That's a good one.
Chuck
Chuck.
wins. Chuck wins.
All
Nails,
boobs matter. Yeah,
eyelashes,
I agree with that, Chuck.
noses, faces.
I also agree with Chuck. Fake hair. You know, what do we think about this? Like, I actually saw on a dating site a bald woman. She had hair. A couple of pictures. Hair. No hair. Bald. I mean, you never know. Maybe she could have had some medical issues or whatever. But what would you like? Would you in that situation I'd be okay with it if she wanted to wear a wig, right? But now you have ladies who do the extensions and they wear wigs even if they have hair, which I guess is okay. But what do you think about the extensions thing? Have you ever done that, Melanie? Try to make your hair look longer than it is. I know Wes did it. I'm not gonna.
When I was a teenager, a couple of years ago, I had it. Yeah, I had it done. But now I have like clip-in colored ones that I use, like if when I'm dressing up for Halloween and stuff. But
nice.
no, I think it would bug the crap out of me to have anything glued in my head.
I don't know.
Work to maintain, and they're not good for your hair. I have a friend that does hair, and she does it. She puts extensions in people's hair, and you hot glue them in. You have like this special gun thing,
Billy.
and you buy real hair that has this like glue things on the end, and it attaches
pieces of someone's scalp.
Huh?
It's the pieces of someone else's scalp on it.
Ooh, that's gross. No, it's like glue.
Chunky.
Gorilla glue?
It glues the hair to your hair, but it's like really hard on your hair. Like if you take them out, I don't know, it damages your hair. They're really damaging to your hair.
Oh, I've seen like videos of women that they're bald now because of it. Because it ends up pulling also because it's extra weight on your hair.
Yeah.
And it ruins your follicles. It's not healthy. Like I said, I do snap-in ones sometimes, but
well, they have these that you can buy that are not glue-ins. I think they have like combs or something. I don't know exactly how they attach to your head, but
that's what I probably have one here.
What about fake lashes?
oh God, some of those lashes are ridiculous. It looks like they have a bug on their face.
Yeah, I don't need it, man. Ladies, like I don't need. You know what? Makeup even is like less is more. Less is more on the makeup.
That's the kind I use. They just snap right in your hair.
Like a clip-on tie. Remember those, Wes? That's clip-on tie, man. I actually taught myself how to tie a tie on the way home from the first time I bought a tie.
I've never wore one.
I thought about it on the way home, just in my head, and then I figured it out. I don't remember now, but it was a thing. It's been a long time. Long time. You know, fake tie, I guess that's all right. You know, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. People are knocking each other off nowadays, like left and right, as far as not just killing each other, but also like just like brands and products. Like, you're not going to be able to get out there but the thing is, there's a lot of like detail to some things, and that's why you can kind of tell sometimes, oh hell, that's a fake watch or whatever, the weight of it or whatever. Like, there's details that people don't always realize, but that's why you like that original product, because it's got that extra bit of whatever it is, it's the word quality, I guess. But anyway, yeah, it is. I think it's important to like understand, like, yeah, like you said, Melanie, if you want to choose to buy something that looks nice at a lower price, but when you get duped for shit, that's when it sucks, man.
Right. Well, it's exactly like when you look at like some of the vintage stuff, you know, especially on today's market, all that old school vintage look is coming back, all of it. But nobody is interested in the real deal. Like, they'd rather go purchase the replica or the fake thing versus having the real thing. Right. Yeah. And then they don't realize that the replica that's all it actually is. You know, that's going to only last them a year, and they're throwing it in the trash to where you could have bought this antique and it's still going to continue on for the next 100 years.
Yeah.
Craig, what are you talking about here?
I'm deep in the comments. It's awesome. They're talking about fake eyebrows and
yeah, fake. We talked about the lip injections. They call it Botox. They do that in eyebrows too, or eyebrows.
Is not lip injection.
They'll put Botox wherever you ask them to put Botox.
What do they put in the lips?
Usually fat. No, it's usually
they put Botox in your lips too.
If I was to them,
not in your lips. They put it around for
around them. Yeah.
I see.
He's talking about to make your lips. So a lot of times,
they always add a filler.
They take fat from your
butt.
Your butt.
I thought they just took Twinkies and they took directly out of the Twinkie, right? And then what happens is, over the time, your lip is like getting deflated. You get a little tasty snack as it's going. It comes back out.
It's Waylon.
Sucks like collagen. Yeah, collagen.
Collagen. That's what I'm saying. Chuck for the win.
Woo-hoo.
Chuck, get on the wheel, bro. Like and share the video, guys. Make sure that you say that you did. I know that most of you told me already. Also, come over to Rumble. Like and share, or like and hit the comments over on Rumble. I see Eric. I see Sean still over there on the Rumble. 12 people over on Rumble, guys.
I didn't share, but Georgia did.
There were 20 something earlier. You didn't what?
I didn't share, but Georgia did.
Okay. This is a new concept I'm doing on People in the Boxes every week. And I like it because it gives you the chance to play if you're not a member, but also gives you the chance to get double spots. And then thirdly, it gives you the chance to play on an off weekend if you're already like in the rotation. Because if you don't know this, guys, the game night is for my subscribers, and what I do is I make them skip a week. And so tonight, if you get in and you win this, you get to play even if you played last week, if that makes sense. Now I feel like I've covered all the bases. I got Georgia, and if you want to join, I think I put, well, I don't know. I guess I should go through that real fast. Go check out the indoorfarmer.locals.com if you haven't yet. I know Rumblers, there's 14 got Rumble over there. Hit that join button at the bottom of the video. It goes right to Rumble. I'm sorry, Locals. It goes right to Locals.
You know what I don't like that's fake?
People?
What's that?
I mean,
well, that's a given, but
right.
No, like they don't have, like, most shoes aren't made out of real leather anymore.
Oh yeah, it's all that pleather stuff.
And they charge more than the ones that were. I have been looking for leather boots, and yeah.
It's hard to find leather products anymore, and I think part of it is I was talking to somebody. This has been probably a couple of 3 years ago, but during the pandemic, they didn't have enough people to process leather to make into shoes and stuff like that, or to make leather products.
Well, wasn't there a thing with cows too then? Like, were people like slaughtering them, or
yeah, the market fell out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Started slaughtering.
Yeah, but isn't it crazy? 4 years later, we're still affected by COVID. Like, it changed so much.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. I mean, the market hasn't returned, and then like a lot of products are made in China, and China kept going into freaking lockdown until, I don't know if they're still doing it or not, but like a year or so ago, they, their government put them in lockdown again because COVID numbers were going high, and they started rebelling. The Chinese people started rebelling against their government. So I don't know.
Another thing that's fake is government.
What?
That's another thing that's fake is the government.
I was waiting for that.
A whole bunch of liars, hypocrites.
I was waiting for that one.
I actually really, really like what Elon Musk said recently, and this is funny because I never thought of it this way. But he's just stated how we keep making more and more and more laws like every day, stacking on top of one another. It's like,
it's all about control and money.
House of cards, right? Well, but my point is, like, there's all these laws that never get taken back. There's no process to take them away. The ones that aren't being needed anymore. There's no cleaning process. So what he said was the process that used to be, and we still see it in the world, but maybe not right here in our backyard. It was war. War was the thing that would just be like, wipe the slate clean. We're starting over. This is the new rule. These are the new laws that's happening right now. And now it's like we keep trying to work things out, but what we're finding is the corruption just keeps getting worse. Yep. We see it right in front of us now. It's just mask off. Like you guys saw that picture on the.
It's blatant. Blatant as day.
Yeah, the guy with the mask. It's like we see it now. Like, but there's also a lot of stuff. So just to touch a little bit on the fakeness of the internet. Think to yourself this one thing. I try to tell people, some of my loved ones, this. Don't come to me with a matter of fact like conspiracy theory unless it somehow changes what you thought before that. So my point is, like, people will come to me and tell me things like, oh, so and so is like, a lizard robot alien clone,
Shape shifter.
And I'm like, well, hold on a second. What do you think about this clone's policies though? If you think that's a different person, like,
why do you think that?
Are they still like, is the new person's policy still as bad as the old? Like, what do you agree or disagree with the lizard now? Like, is it?
You're like, would it be so bad?
My point is, like, they're still there and they're still like in this position. You can imagine them as anything you want, but it's like, do you hear what they're doing? Like, my point on the fake people thing is actions speak louder than words.
Yep.
100%. Actions speak louder than words. And, there are reasons why you may not be liked here and there. And sometimes people don't want to tell you, like, if somebody thinks I'm annoying and they don't want to tell me that, that's one thing. But there's another thing altogether when people are out there trying to be pretend to be different people, like fakeness, which is we can kind of tell most of the time. Sometimes I don't know about you guys, but I don't always go, hey, you're being fake. I don't just like say that. It's just like that might just be that person the way they are.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are like that. It's like,
well, it's just like, did you watch the stuff about they had the social media guys testifying before Congress?
What's up, Ryan?
A couple of days, and they had this. They showed clips of the committees or whatever that they were testifying before.
Brad, what's
and
up?
Those freaking politicians were like, I was just like, oh my God, you guys are so damn fake. Like, they were grandstanding. Like that one guy, I can't remember. Aren't you, what did he say? Aren't you just ashamed of yourself? You should apologize. Would you like to apologize right now? And just like, it's like, oh
Try to
my
get the
God.
sound bite. Don't you know that, Kim? How like they're trying to catch the
It's
certain
grandstanding.
seconds. Yeah.
They're
They wanna-
grandstanding is what they're doing. And it's
Yeah.
like, but the thing is that people eat that shit up.
For some reason, there's a percentage of the crowd, and this is and there goes a lot of math with this. That's why it's fake things exist, is because there's a percentage of people that can be duped. There's a percentage of people that will go along with it. Percentage, like they just know, just like for me, if you want to take it back to something more mundane, I know there's a percentage of people that are going to enjoy my content. I just have to find my audience. I'm finding you guys. You guys out there enjoy us. We have to find more of us like you who like this, right? I can't in my head say every person I find is my audience. I have to think there's a percentage of them out there, and I have to go after them. Well, evil people do the same thing. There's a percentage of there's a fool born every day, or what is a sucker? There's a sucker born every day, or whatever. It's a similar thing, and I guess I don't want to say just evil, because everybody out there is their own. You are your own universe, because when it comes down to it, if you got to eat, you'll do things that you're not proud of.
Right. But you got to do what you got to do to survive sometimes.
Desperation and survival.
That is part of nature itself.
Yeah.
Well, it just bothers me because, my education that I have is in government and law, and I don't have just a bachelor's degree. I have higher studies in it. So I've studied this stuff deeply and intently, and I know it very, very well. And it just bothers me because, government was created. The purpose of government is to take care of the people. That is the function of the government. One of the biggest functions of the government.
What do you mean take care of the people? That's kind of a vague term.
Well, they were supposed to be basically they're supposed to be our voice. Is kind of what the original idea, wasn't it?
Like a citizen.
Well, government at its basic sense is supposed to take care of the people. The government is formed to take care of the people.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
well, it has a variety of meanings to it.
Yeah, I don't like that. I like the listing of national defense, infrastructure, and law enforcement.
Well,
those three things.
There's a lot more that it does.
Yeah, well, it doesn't need to be in schools. It doesn't need to be in our sex. It doesn't need.
You don't understand the function of schools, then.
What do you mean?
The premise behind having an education system that we have is so that, because in order to have a functional democracy, you have to have people that are educated enough to vote.
I'm not saying that there shouldn't be schools.
Well, I know, but the function of
there's plenty of schools that the governments don't run. There's plenty of we had it before, and the reason we did it then is because we needed to churn out more functional factory workers. So we ramped up the
function of education, and this can be found in the language of the
state
founding
education.
fathers. You can find it in the language of the founding fathers. The whole reason behind why we have a free education system in this country is to churn out.
Well, they just didn't want illiterate people running around. Like, I get that aspect.
It's a matter of illiterate. It's a well-educated person that is able to vote. One of the biggest fears of the founding fathers were ignorant people. That's why we have the Electoral College, because there's a lot of ignorant people, and they recognize that there are ignorant people that would make choices out of ignorance rather than going out and educating themselves, being educated enough to make good, sound decisions.
There's more reasons for that, for the Electoral College, because even if every person...
Well, there are. I'm not saying that that's the only reason, but I'm telling you that's one of the fears behind why the founding fathers created the electoral system.
Yeah, I mean, that's why one reason why every country takes these numbers of like literacy and stuff and we show that it's failing, I think we could get into that, but I think there's a lot to be said for competition, and we don't have that.
The whole reason behind literacy numbers, that stuff wasn't traditionally kept. It wasn't until the Cold War became an issue for this country.
Like a competition between us and other countries.
It is not a competition. It is a measuring stick of where we measure up to our enemies.
But they lie about their numbers. They've been shown to most other countries only show their top performers, and America shows like we show all the way to the nitty gritty, and we end up screwing ourselves on those numbers.
I'm telling you, the foundation of where that came from our fear of communism, of our world powers, because we didn't do testing like that until after all of that stuff happened.
Well, all I'm saying is a government program doesn't have any reason to succeed that doesn't have competition like public school. And so I think we need competition. We need school choice. I know that's a side topic, but I think we need the kids. The money should follow the kid. If they think that school sucks, they should be able to go down the road, and then the money should immediately move to that other school. And then boom, you'd have like competition. You'd have teachers having to like step up their game a little bit. No offense to you, but any teacher that's out there slacking because they've got tenure and there's no reason for them to do anything more, which we all know that exists. I'm not saying all teachers.
But what makes that not happen in non-traditional school settings?
Private schools have that competition.
Let me tell you,
especially private schools.
I know plenty of kids that have gone through public schools, and those damn school systems were pretty damn corrupt. So, I'm not going to sit here and say that, public schools are all that in a bag of tricks. The thing about public schools is that we cannot deny children an education in a public school, whereas private schools can. And if you think that doesn't happen, I promise you it does, because I know plenty of kids who have
kicked out of a public school.
I've been kicked. Me personally,
you may be able to be kicked out of a public school, but you are not completely kicked out of a public school most of the time. It's very rare to be completely kicked out of a public school. They have to provide a free and appropriate public education, and that's by federal law.
Yeah, they do. They do have to provide that for you. But I mean, they still remove you from the situation, even if you don't necessarily deserve being removed from the situation. And I know that for a fact. It happened to me multiple occasions. I've gone to 13 different school districts. So like, I can tell you which ones I liked and which ones I didn't like. And, there's this listening to this and you being a teacher, which is awesome, and you understanding on how some of those students and all that kind of environment works. Like I've met some really nasty people that shouldn't have been in those positions, which kind of leads into that governing aspect. If you let somebody that has a nasty tongue or whatever it is, it's going to spread. And that's exactly what has happened from the beginning of the day. Like our founding fathers, I completely agree. Then the basics, you kind of do need that in place, to provide not chaos, just a structure, a family. But you let these nasty people slip in and it continues on to spread. And so you get these nasty people split in and they give all those good people the same tone, which isn't necessarily right, but that's just kind of how it works out.
Well, yeah, because you have that happen in any job where it's like, say you're in a warehouse and like you're a hard worker, but you see Timmy over there who, no offense, Timothy, I love you. You see how about Jimothy? We don't have a Jimothy around. You see him out there and he's just slacking off and the boss never says anything about it. And so eventually you're going to start slacking off because you don't have to work that hard. And it happens with, especially in unions and things like that. I'm not, I understood why unions were needed and such, but let's get back to the topic though. We can go off topic all day for sure. But yeah, like I was reading about the sugar earlier. I could skip ahead to the next one. Carrots on the list of fake foods. MSG. We know about the MSG.
That's big here.
Monosodium glutamate.
I'm trying to find what it. Well, the trail of destruction. The carnivores left in its wake as it swept across the planet. Not only encompasses sickness and death, but also only other ugly truths. What the hell kind of? Again, this guy. This is about the MSG. For one, it once again proved how little it takes to awaken racial biases. What the fuck?
Did you look up
Also
the
served
correct?
as a
What are you looking at, man?
that science disguised as real
Wrong
science.
show.
No, it's still it literally. Oh, it's talking about because of Asian descent, people of Asian descent with MSG. It goes into like depth about 1968. Dr. Robert Homan Kwok describes feelings of general Malaysia about eating at Chinese restaurants. Okay, so they started to like connect that there was a fear of MSG at Chinese restaurants, but then we started to understand it more. They called it Chinese restaurant syndrome. Holy cow!
No, that was the thing. When I worked at Safeway, I'd never heard of that. What you just taught. This is the first time I've ever heard of whatever you just not whatever, but what you just said.
MSG origins, yeah. Mm-hmm.
When I worked at Safeway, I managed the deli, and we had a food area, and we had a Chinese place or a Chinese area, and we would get asked by quite a few people, is there MSG? Is there MSG? And they would like question us. So that is interesting. I did not know about that.
Yeah, it's kind of quite a long paragraph, but it was getting kind of frisky there in the beginning. So I'm going to skip to the next one.
Yeah.
Blue food. What? It's got a picture. I'm going to pull this picture up actually.
Is that like the fear of eating food with holes in it?
No, I don't know. It says blue. Well, maybe I'm gonna. There's a bunch of blue food on the picture. I'm gonna pull it up. Guys, if you're just coming in, please share us out. Hit that like button. Tell me that you did so in the comments. Then go over to Rumble if you have it. Hit the like button, comment, and Rumble. You'll get on the wheel twice. But I'm gonna take this wheel down so that I can pull up some pictures that I'm looking at over here, which are pretty cool. It's not necessarily cool when you think of what it's telling us, but. Truth about spinach and more. The truth. It's the truth about spinach and more.
Won't make it look like Popeye.
We are the and more. No, just kidding. Okay, so the blue food. Here you go. Anything with blue dye in it, I guess. We learned early on there are three basic colors from which all others stem: red, yellow, and blue. What makes blue stand out among those three is the fact that it's so volatile. Huh. The sea is never really blue, nor is the sky. It's just a play of light. Blue pigments are almost non-existent in nature, and so it would make sense for people to have an aversion to blue food. It's just so unnatural. For half a century, most studies that tried to prove that fact have cited an experiment conducted in the early 1970s. In it, 7 people were invited to eat a meal of steak, peas, and chips served under a kind of special light that made the food appear colorless. But once that light was switched off, it became evident that the steak was blue, the peas were red, and the chips green. Instantly, almost everyone became violently sick. Exactly how the takeaway from that study became that people hate blue food and not more generally food in unrecognizable colors remains unclear. but the experiment itself was assumed to be solid science, except it most likely never took place. When scientists went digging for the original findings, it turned out that the earliest mention of it showed up in a trade magazine for marketeers, written by the editorial writer named Jane Wheatley. There was no data, no source, just an anecdote for a few sentences. Her article became ground zero for 50 years of flawed science, as it soon became known as Wheatley 1973. Not even the takeaway seems to be true at all. Under the right circumstances, people, and especially children, can find blue food incredibly exciting. So that's interesting. So not all of these are saying that. Okay, I guess I should read more about the MSG one then. Popeye. What does this mean? Oh, spinach. Okay. Every good story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Every good party story also includes a shocking fact or big twist, or will make you doubt something you already knew to be true. Oh, one such story goes like this.
Settle in, kids.
In the late 19th century, a German scientist studying the nutritional value of vegetables misplaced a decimal point on his notepad and thus increased the iron level contained in spinach by tenfold. I wish I had like an echo behind my voice then. This wrong belief then spread like wildfire by way of Popeye in the 1930s, which in turn caused spinach consumption in the U.S. to increase by a third. Wow. While most of us hold the belief that spinach is a good source of iron, it is in fact a poor one. Not only because it does not contain that much of it, but also because it does contain oxalic acid, which inhibits the body from absorbing iron. But here is where the myth gets the story wrong.
Iron.
Popeye never ate spinach for its iron, but as he says in the comic from 1932, because spinach is full of vitamin A, and anthas, which makes humans. It literally says humans, HOOMANS, strong, on, and healthy, and healthy. Oh, it's like the way he spoke, I guess. So spinach.
We are not a factual news show.
And that's
funny.
Okay, I get it now. This is how it goes. Spinach is full of vitamin A, and that's what makes humans strong and healthy. Which is absolutely true. Moreover, the increase in spinach consumption around the same time was likely caused by agriculture policies, as farmers were encouraged to grow more diverse, healthy crops, such as spinach. Anyway, what everyone was right about is that eating spinach is a pretty smart thing to do. It's super yum, and it's good for you too. Oh, they rhyme too. Not like my boob song, but they rhyme.
Timothy. If it says humans, it was written by a dog.
Humans. No, that's how Popeye would have spoke. Humans? I don't think so.
I mean, how he had that pipe in his hand. I mean, if you actually look at the real Popeye himself, his face is all like scrunched up and all muscular and stuff. Like he was a real person.
What's up, Gabrielle? If you want to get on the wheel, guys, we're going to be probably spinning it here in a little bit. We're coming up on that 2-hour mark. I wanted to look into like try to find some statistics on what we buy that's fake a lot. What's up, Elisa May?
I bet you at least 60% of what we buy is fake. At least. Probably more, actually.
Top 10.
Sounds amazing.
Did you say 3 pounds of meat?
What? Me?
Yeah, I heard 3 pounds of meat just now.
Not at all. I said, Craig, that sounds amazing.
Oh.
Susan, there is not a hashtag to get on the wheel. You have to share the share this live and what else?
Like it.
Oh,
Like.
Hit the like button, share us out, tell us you did so. What's up, Susan? How are you?
Tag a friend if you'd like.
Yeah, if you want to get on there twice, just go over to Rumble. We're live on Rumble. We got 10 Rumblers watching. What's up, Rumble?
I do have to say that I have like maybe 5 more minutes because I'm old and it's almost my bedtime.
That's okay.
I feel that.
I'm kid free, so I'm gonna be hanging out. I'll be on for a little bit. 10 luxury items that are the most counterfeited. Here we go. Wait,
Susan says like and shared.
It's not giving us my numbers. Dang it. Who did?
Gucci
Susan, I got
purses and bags. That's funny.
Yeah, I thought that was going to give me like numbers, but that's all right.
Gucci's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of knockoff purses.
That's part of the cover photo of the well, it's actually right next to your face on the screen there. At least the purse is in the background.
Yeah, those Louis Vuitton and Coach.
Chanel perfume, Louis Vuitton bags. So they keep that. So they have Louis Vuitton bags separated from Gucci purses and bags. So Gucci bags, I guess. A bag is different than a purse.
Yeah,
I guess so. Okay.
Well, they're so damn expensive. I remember the first time I spent $100 on a purse too.
It's not a purse, it's a satchel.
What about that Burberry cologne? Oh,
yeah.
Burberry, British fashion brand. It's a British fashion brand that was founded by Thomas Burberry. Maybe it used to be Burberry, and they split off. One kid made the cereal. The other one went over here to make this fashion line. 1856, it says. Wow. It's known for its signature plaids and simple designs on items like scarves, hats, and trench coats. Yeah, but it's so expensive because it's been around for so long. It's like, oh yeah, we've got all customers. Let's see. Like other fashion brands in demand, Burberry suffers from counterfeit problems. In 2019, they attempted to put an end to thousands of online stores that were selling counterfeit products, but passing them off as a real thing, according to trademarks and brands online. But the problem persists today. Wow. The company has even gone so far as to destroy its own merchandise in an attempt to control their intellectual property, making it easier to spot fakes, according to Guardian. Wow. Ray-Bans. Anybody got some cool Ray-Bans?
I have Ray-Bans.
What's up, Poondogger?
Hi, Poondogger.
What's up, dude?
Ray-Ban parent company Luxottica struggles at the time with the constant influx of fakes. According to the sunglassfix.com, they try to explain that fakes don't have the important UV protection that Ray-Bans are known for. Oh, that's what they're going with. They're like, guys, don't buy the fakes because there will be a protective.
Right.
You know? And could damage a person's eyes. However, this doesn't stop counterfeiters from making them. I don't know if that's true, but that sounds not good. It also sounds like something that you would, if I was Ray-Ban, I would start that rumor for sure. Like,
I mean, what do you mean it's not true? It's on the internet.
Right. I mean, the sunglassfix.com says it. It's like
it's on Yahoo Finance.
Yahoo Finance is telling me this. We've got to be good.
Yeah, and it's in writing. So, yeah.
I haven't seen any broken English yet or any like typos. I think so far we're good. Apple AirPods. Has anybody ever bought those? They're so expensive, like $150. I don't know if they still cost that or not.
AirPods, yeah, they still cost. I mean, it's the same. I'm not into this Apple crap. I'm more into the Samsung Android stuff, but it's all similar stuff, and they are still expensive.
Apple is the most counterfeit tech brand in the world. Much like with fake medications, bogus Apple goods are potentially fatal. 2013, May Alun, 23-year-old flight attendant from China, died after she was electrocuted by a counterfeit iPhone. Oh, snap.
Oh my god.
Oh, no, iPhone charger. I'm sorry. There's another word, charger. But still.
That's better.
I mean, that could have been her own fault.
I don't know. According to CBS, well, for iPhone charger, I mean, like, what did you save? $10 to get the counterfeit one? I mean, a real one's got to be.
Well, they put the warning out, don't have the headphones in your ear while you got it plugged in and fall asleep.
Yep. Well, that's the same as your phones. Like, you shouldn't be on them like when they're plugged in and all that stuff too.
Let's see. In fact, if you've ordered yours online but not through Apple directly, there's a good chance you've purchased a counterfeit product. Particularly AirPods, U.S. Customs found more than $1.3 million worth of fake Apple AirPods and AirPod Pros in 2021. Dang. And have confiscated more fake Apple earbuds that were being shipped from China. One red flag is when the price you're paying is significantly lower than the regular price. Well, yeah, but like I see people selling them,
especially with iPhone chargers when they break all the time.
What's up, Ty? Coming up,
right? Philly, like it's only here and there, so I mean, it's cool. It's just, you only get one that shocks you every now and then.
Greg. I'm not either thinking about the saying blueberries. Rolex watches, that's a classic one, right? Classic one. The Swiss watchmaker, whose name is synonymous with luxury timepieces, probably doesn't appreciate the sheer scope of fake Rolexes that can be found out in the world. According to the fashion law, there were more fake Rolexes in circulation than real ones in 2019.
Right,
makes sense.
Before that, back when I was like 15, 16, I'd see people with some fake ones.
Of course, Rolex is such high standard that what qualifies as a counterfeit can even include watches made in their own workshops, according to high snobiety.
No,
Yeah, they don't allow the scratch and dent stuff there. That has to be 100% guaranteed. Like nothing wrong with it. There is no.
It says their definition of counterfeit includes any Rolex watch made with non-authentic or inappropriate parts. Or I'm sorry, unapproved parts. Inappropriate. So like, it could even still be Rolex, but like the guy in the factory put something wrong on it.
Then that makes sense why they say there's more fake ones than not. If they call them
they're cheaper.
I guess
Yeah.
you're right. That's why they say that. That's why they point out that's their definition. That makes sense.
Yeah, because we all know we pay for the name when we're doing this. You know what I mean? That's why. It's the same
Yeah, like my
quality.
son and his Jordans.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever heard of this Cartier jewelry?
Cartier,
Is that what that is? Cartier?
I believe.
Yeah, Cartier jewelers. They're like,
Yeah, if it's French, yeah.
Yeah.
there's stuff like you see Princess Diana and royalty.
It's crazy. Yeah. Crazy expensive.
Oh, that's right.
This year, it's formed a nonprofit called Aurora Blockchain Consortium to do just that. They're trying to fight counterfeiters, along with Louis Vuitton, parent company LVMH, and Prada. According to Forbes, the plan is to use a technology that undergirds cryptocurrencies and NFTs to help assure products' authenticity. Oh man, you're gonna have to buy your high-end fashion through your NFT wallets pretty soon. The system was developed by Microsoft. Oh, of course. Now your clothes. Now you're going to be like, oh, you're not allowed to wear clothes because your social credit score isn't high enough, and your NFT dress isn't going to fit now. Enable consumers to receive a product history and proof of authenticity. A product history? Well, what's this stain right here, dress? Well, you remember when you drank too many shots of fill in the blank, and then you went home with Rhonda, and I'm like, no, stop telling me what else I did. I don't remember. Like, that's what they're saying. Your clothes are going to have history that you can find out. Proof of authenticity when they purchase a product from these companies. Wow. Pants. Where was I last night? I don't know where you were, but I was over here on the floor.
Did somebody else piss my pants?
Pants, who pissed in you? That was you, asshole. Hermes bags. Never heard of them. French bag. French brand known for...
Don't blame us, Craig.
What?
Replying to the comment. Go
on. Silk scarves, rich and famous. Oh,
yeah, Hermes is very, very expensive.
Let's see what's next. Tiffany and Co. Know about Tiffany?
Yeah. Those are 100% always fake.
Tiffany took eBay to court in 2010 because research found that nearly 3/4 of Tiffany's brand products the online auction site was selling were fake. Wow. They've also sued Costco for selling fake Tiffany's diamonds. Not Costco. Not Costco. They're the creme de la creme.
Hey, you wanted bulk buy. You got bulk buy.
Wow. Who's up there above Costco? And can anybody name like what I would go to if I was even, because I have a Costco card. I'm not gonna lie. I use their pharmacy for my dog's medicine. It's the only place nearby I can get it. But I like Costco if like you can buy for an army. You can't buy everything there. You can't do your normal average shopping there. When you go there to buy groceries, it has to be like, there's like bulk, everything's super bulk, It's not like you get your everyday little stuff. But anyway, my point is I don't mind Costco. I'm just thinking if Costco is like one of these like the top end grocery, type of stores. I guess not a grocery store, but you get my drift. And this is telling us here that they've been known to be selling fake Tiffany's diamonds. This is crazy.
I just want to congratulate Billy and Craig for their new relationship.
Oh, snap. You guys forming a bond?
Yeah, so this is quickly in the comments. This is back when we were talking about the watches, Rolexes, and Craig says, inappropriate parts. And Billy said, I think I like you. And he said, it's them, not me, man. And that's when I said, don't blame us. And he said, Billy says, I swing both ways. Craig says, well, in that case, do you drive? Billy says, no, but I will. Can I officiate your wedding? Or at least videotape it? Wait, wrong show.
I don't know. Like I kind of feel like maybe Craig's just saying like if you like you don't have a ride, if you'll drive him around, like we'll do whatever it is.
I don't because they said like so unless they were talking about golf.
Oh.
Right.
Maybe there's a different terminology. Yeah, I thought maybe like he's like, hey, I need a ride. I'll suck you. I mean, just kidding.
Right. No. Yeah. Let's go golfing. Do you drive? Yeah, I'll take you. Yeah.
Ash, grass, or ass.
That's what it was. Yeah.
That's the old phrase. Yeah. No. Good times. Good times. Susan can't hear us. Susan, you're on the wheel though. Don't worry. If you win, I'll let you know.
Yeah. You're better off. Some things you can't unhear.
Shouldn't have said boobs, Billy. Well, fake boobs. What do you think, Billy? Are they like men nowadays? We can, for the most part, if you're an adult man, you can probably tell. Not. I mean, okay. I mean, if you become intimate with a woman, you can most likely tell if they're not real. Is this something that bothers men these days? I don't know if it does because we're so used to seeing it on the screen now. It's like it's a pretty normal thing, you know, pretty average thing now.
Let's ask all the guys. Do
That's
you feel tricked?
Brandon, get up here, bro.
Do you feel, you know, like, so, yeah, once you're into someone and you don't know and you get intimate and find out they're fake, do you or would you feel tricked? Or would you be, you know, delighted that they're
well, man, I guess for me, you know, did they go from like an A cup, you know, where they weren't comfortable with themselves, you know, like most guys at least want a handful, you know, like.
Yeah,
I'm talking about, you.
And
So
her
you
husband probably liked
would.
that.
It's not.
Don't get yourself in trouble.
Me, I wouldn't really. I mean, honestly, if they were like to come up to me wearing a stuffed, you know, and they were just simply stuffed and they, you know, took it off. Yeah, that pissed me off. That's fake. 100%. Very
That's
cool.
I feel
The
about
water bra.
Yeah.
Those like
if
extra,
they're, you know, like just to enlarge themselves, to make themselves more comfortable in their own bodies or whatever, then yeah, cool. That's just the same sense of getting like a penis enlargement or the tummy tuck or, you know, just like that aspect. Who cares?
Perry wants to know, why should we care? It
Right.
goes back to the primal urges. It's a primal thing, Perry. That's why men like boobs. It's a primal. It's like an unrecognized thing where we're looking for like mating qualities, and then we sort of now today we've extrapolate 100 years of propaganda and like pictures of boobs and videos and movies and all of this stuff to where now we've infantilized them to where it's worse of an issue, because I know people are going to immediately say, well, I don't want kids, I'm not trying to have children, and I still like breast. That's not what I mean. It's a primal thing. It's a thing that goes back to like our beginnings. And I think we got Daz in the house. What's up, Daz?
Yeah, it's part of that animal nature.
Y'all on here talking about titties?
Fake. Counterfeit things, fake things. You ever bought something and found out it was fake? Watch, some shoes, clothes.
Why do people even, I don't know. As far as like, I don't know. As far as getting fake titties and shit, I don't care if I like, who am I to be like, those are
For you, they're
fake.
fake.
Yeah.
No, nice. Can I touch them?
I wouldn't care. It just depends either way.
Yeah,
Right.
my friend got fake titties, and people probably wanted to touch them. But she was flatter than a board before that, so that probably made her feel good.
Yeah,
So
she
we got
did.
to
Yeah,
put
confidence boost.
It cost $10,000 for her to go in and get a new boob.
Right, sometimes a new car will boost your confidence. Sometimes maybe a pair of
Because
boobs
they only
boost
last
confidence.
for like 15 years or something. So
Well,
you got to have
I
a plan,
see.
backup plan to get that money to cover those boobs.
Right. I
It's
see,
such a
Perry. I
great-
understand what you meant. My bad.
It's such a gray area, right? Because, like, in that case, she's flat chested. Boom. It makes her feel better, right? And then there's like, but then what we see too is like chicks that are already hot chasing being hotter to keep up with the Joneses, and then they end up
Plastic
looking
surgery, right?
Yeah, they look like crap.
and then they
Yeah.
end up looking weird, but
Yeah,
like
they look fake.
at the same time though, what it
Skin
comes
pulled
down
out.
to is, do they feel better about themselves?
Maybe.
Like that.
Body dysmorphia, it's a real thing, man. It's a real thing. People want to get, some people want to, like, we've seen video, I don't know if you guys ever seen the video of the dude who gets the muscle implants, you know, and he's
I
trying to
think
look
all
like
of us
he's got
probably have
muscle.
one insecurity or one thing we don't like about ourselves.
Right, everyone's going to. Everybody does.
I
mean,
didn't.
Women also, not to like play the girl card, but we also, you know, give birth and breastfeed and go through a lot of changes. So, you know, it does. It can change. You know what I mean? So I don't know that at 16 or 17 that that's definitely not a good idea. Like when you're older and if that's your decision, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I think either way, there's good and bad. Like there's like ones that aren't that pleasing in both directions. I feel like that's not the issue. I think for me, when you have surgery of any kind and it doesn't turn out well, it can be very self-conscious to the person that had it, because they can't change that. And then I know someone, and I'll be vague, but like they had an issue with one side, and they ended up like they had a horrific like burn, and they had to have breast implants in order to make things seem normal, or
I've been
mastectomies. That's
Yeah.
some women have to lose one. Some guys they have testicle implants. You know what I mean? Because of testicular cancer.
Oh,
And
okay.
so they do that. It's like
It's a comfort thing.
So are we okay with the fake? Are we okay with the fake aspect? Depending on what it's used for in this case, I think.
Right. Are you using it for the sexual fact, or are you using it for the physical looks? Like, what is the simple fact of it?
People make too many generalizations about everything and don't try
You're exactly right.
And don't try to treat anything circumstantial. Even like I find so many times, like I'll go into an argument, and if it's a point that's like, if I'm talking to, I'll get labeled a Republican, a Democrat, or get given a script rather than a conversation. They're just so used to saying a random answer that's built into their mind on a subject rather than actually having it. They treat it like we're all bots.
Yep.
Thank you, Charlene, for this.
That's the fake aspect of it. Nobody's real anymore. Like they're too afraid to speak their opinions.
Well, that's what this show is about. It's not about opinions, but it's about giving us a platform to say what we have gone through in life, and this is what we feel on the subject from our experience, not just to be like, hey, I know about, when you get in these quick conversations about a topic, people jump right in and be like, oh, well, this is what's really happening. But in this show, we kind of unravel it as every aspect of it as we go through, like, what is it that we've actually thought about this and that. Like, for instance, we talked about the boobs, but like there's so many things that people now will hide from each other, and because we don't have to see each other in person, I feel like that's really where like people's faces on Facebook, you don't like some accounts where you don't ever see who they are. That's kind of, for me, that's a little sus to me. It's like, I don't know what that person looks like,
Right, we might not speak in the store, but here we're talking, kind of deal. Like, it forces you to interact.
I think we're in the most like personal world we've ever had, and the most unpersonal world we ever had.
Most families connected. It's crazy.
As far as like secrets go, like, okay, I have a homie, okay, and like he lives where his mom passed, and he hasn't touched her room since, right? I'm not even supposed to know that, and like nobody can come to his house, like
it's part of holding on.
But like he plays it in a way where like you'll never ask him about, like to where he tries to make it so you never even think about it. I can't, and as personable as he is, because he tries to play it by being personable everywhere else. Like, is it a problem? Is it a secret that I need to bring up? Like,
you know, like, is it really
You
an
know what?
issue? What
It's
kind of secrets are we allowed to keep and what kind are we not?
that is grief, and
Yeah,
that
somebody
is
has to deal with
Yeah.
that on a personal level.
that
Yeah,
person
you can't let go.
Yeah, that person has not grieved the passing. I can
Nope.
tell you that from personal experience from my husband's passing. I saved so much
I have a
stuff.
deceased son.
Yeah, mentally
Yes.
and
So that looks
materially and everything else.
different for me.
You save stuff for years because throwing it away is like that's all you have left. You know,
It's almost
that's all you-
terrifying.
It's while you're grieving, this is like throwing that person away.
In your
Yep.
mind, you're probably
So-
wanting them to walk through that door again and be there.
Yeah.
Still
So
be there.
if you were to approach that person, it would have to be to help with the grieving process and not
Just give him a
to
hug. Big
be
old
just-
hug.
Right. Just hey, I'm here to talk. What can I do? You know what I
You're
mean?
Put
Because
in their own
you don't
time.
you don't know if he or she's in the angry, which stage, the denial. You know what I mean? Right now, it might be denial. It might be like, no, this person's coming back at any moment. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would approach it gently if you do.
Yeah.
That's a sticky situation, and I'm condolences for your child.
Thank you.
Damn.
Oh, Susan lost her 17-year-old 3 years ago.
Wow.
Condolences. So sorry.
Oh man. Only 3 years ago. Wow. Y'all about to make me tear up. But
We
speaking
get real
of,
on this show.
yo, Waylon, I got a funny counter, and it's so ironic you're doing this. I got a funny counterfeit story that is a little bit interesting.
That's what we want to hear for sure.
Okay, so this guy runs or has a deal with a replica shoe company. And so, in order to promote replicas on TikTok, the man went to a Nike store, bought a new pair of Nikes, bought a replica of the pair of Nikes he bought, doing all this on camera, right? Went back to the shoe store with the replicas and traded them in and got his money back.
Wow.
On the shoes,
Oh,
and got to
that's
keep.
fraud on the
and
next
got
That
to
level.
is
keep the
criminals
real-
right there.
Yeah,
World
that's
level
fraud.
criminals.
At their
Yo.
finest.
Well, so he paid for the counterfeit ones, right? So there's probably not it's probably not $0, but like, right or
So-
no?
Well,
No,
right.
that's
He paid
that's
for the counterfeit. He
That's
paid for
theft. That's
Oh,
that's
Yeah,
no matter
it's
how
still
you look
theft and
at it.
fraud.
Nike
Yeah,
is
theft is yeah.
Nike is suing him.
Yeah, he's done for.
Don't worry, I was doing it just to show you guys. I was going to show you guys the footage.
Right.
Well,
JK, JK.
and it's how he's selling the replicas,
Like-
though, by telling people, yo, well, first off, the shipping fee is outrageous. So you probably make like $60 off of it, because getting the replica will cost $15, and then the shipping
Right.
will be like $60,
Right.
which is still cheaper than
Right.
the $125 shoe. But he's like, if you do it 9 times, you make so much.
Like I've seen people do that with with other things, like electronics and stuff, but not shoes. I could see you doing that on like more expensive shoes, some like
Oh.
several $100 ones. What's up?
I didn't see it, Billy. Billy said, "Hey, pull me up. I want to
Oh.
tell everyone my implant I got." And Craig said, "Man, I think he has many people up there as he can. Save it for me."
No, we got more room.
There's always, it can hold up to 10 people, and there's only 6 right now. So
I can technically put more on the screen because I can share my screen and open up a second StreamYard from somewhere else, and I could. Well, it wouldn't look good, but
no,
Yeah. What do you? So you use StreamYard, and then you have something more powerful underneath your StreamYard. Because I need to get this
See what I'm
kind of
doing?
control.
This is not StreamYard that this is.
Right. What do you use with StreamYard?
I have a little friend. Listen, I'm not going to tell you who, but I did catch him at the end of a rainbow, and he does what I tell him to. And
Huh. You got to put me on game, Waylon. I need
it's
control.
OBS, man. It's you got to have a computer and stuff, but it's a bit of a learning curve. I don't even know half of what OBS is now, but there's a lot to learn, I should say. But I use OBS for game night.
No, Billy said he was just kidding. I felt bad.
I figured he was. Billy's a kidder. He's a good guy. Appreciate you, Billy.
Yeah, but I believe people sometimes.
Right. You know what?
Well, that was fake.
Billy's being counterfeit.
Right? Thank
right
you.
now.
Thank you for showing me fake.
But let's get down to brass tacks, though. Daz, you make some music sometimes, right?
I make music all the time. I'm a song. That's why
You make music sometimes. You know to make a tune or two. Let me ask you something about this. Let me ask you something about this tune, and I'll let you have it, man. I'll let you have it for free. You can sing a song. You can make a song about the fakeness in the world. Okay. And this, I'll give you this one. I'll give you this one bar here.
Okay, listen. It's just a clip.
Clothes, jewelry, money, shoes, food, people, pills, boobs. Take that to the bank, bro.
Oh man, I'm dead. If you hear it in my song, I don't want to get sued later.
No, I told people that somebody's going to be using it right after this, so I'd rather give it straight to somebody that then if I happen to hear it, I'll be like, oh hell yeah.
I'd have to give you a percent. It's not like I'm gonna be like pretending like you didn't make up the bar.
I
know
personally
there's more.
need the second. I need the second verse.
There's more. I know it. I was thinking about it in my head, man. I was thinking about it, but I just didn't have time to finish it before the show.
Gotta have it.
There's got to be more.
How about Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Rumble, YouTube?
And that's how you do music.
Cause that's all fake as hell too.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's what they say.
I like it. I like it. Now we got to put it together. Cheers.
Cheers, guys. I like it. Good job.
Oh man. But I love y'all. I just had to hop on here and talk some shit with y'all for a little bit. My interview just ended too. So yeah. I just was interviewing E Freezy. I'm sure a couple of y'all know E Freezy.
He's been on this show. I interviewed him once.
Yeah, for sure. He always gets it lit. But all right, y'all. Have a good night. Alyssa, it's good to see you, girl.
Bye, boy.
Bye.
It's Elisa.
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 Have a good night.
Bye, Wes. Bye, Just Melanie. Peace, Waylon.
Later. Daz exotic.
I really can't hang out either. I should be at work and in bed
Yeah,
already.
it's about that time. We got 20. We still got 30 people hanging out, guys. Appreciate you all for coming.
Peace out.
We had a spammer on Kick. Way to go, Kick.
Love your face.
You too.
Kick's got a long ways to go. Thanks, Elisa May. But yeah, I got a lot of work to do for Sunday. So I might actually do a little live to hang out while I'm doing that. I don't know. I feel like it should be a secret. What do you think, Kim? You're one of the more frequent game nighters. Do you think that would you rather it be a secret, or would you be fine with watching me make the game like 3 days before game night on a live stream?
I don't know. I don't have a preference.
Well,
Either way is I'm pretty much go with the flow with a lot of stuff. Like
Okay.
Kind of also I feel like because I've been on video with you while you've been making the games, you
Mhm.
change it. You'll do so many changes that still have surprises.
Yeah, that's very true. Because I have a plan going forward that is going to be sort of a template, I guess, or a reoccurring theme that you guys might notice. I'm going to talk about it, I guess, on game night. But yeah, we're going to do this spin. If you don't have a way to share us, you can share us into groups. You can share us into, groups that you're allowed to share, of course. Make sure that you're allowed to share wherever we are, guys. Don't be making people annoyed with us. That's why I don't share to a ton of groups, because I don't want to, overstay my welcome, All right, let me make sure there's nobody last minute that's not trying to get on. I'll do my best, he says. Okay. Yeah, thanks, guys. You guys all did a fine job in the comments, commenting. It's great. Stop atop. I don't see my name, Billy. Billy, did you share us out and hit the like button?
Stop.
Come on, Come on, Billy.
Oh, Billy.
Is that the principal from Billy Madison?
Yeah.
Oh, Billy.
He said he did.
I'll believe you. I'll believe you this time, Billy.
House honor.
Let's go, Sean says. Sean, man, I appreciate you hanging out over there. I know you had to wait because I don't have another way to get a hold of you. So thank you. You can always share it to my group. Well, thank you, Susan. I honestly, I have to put that. I have to make a good list of people such as yourself, and make a list of approved groups is what I need to do. Approved groups. Michelle agrees. Michelle, what did you agree with about the fact that I changed the game up enough that I could still?
No, it was a response to Margaret saying getting his captains and ideas together beforehand would help game night run more smooth.
Yeah, I just can't do it, Margaret. I tried this last week, and 2 out of the 3 failed, or not failed. No offense to those 2. There was just things that came up, and so what do I do in that case if I have I got to have backups and backups? So I did. I mean, I ended up getting people to play, and I think Kim played, right? You played, right? So then she got to play 2 weeks in a row because she just was happened to be there. So yeah, I guess. I mean, listen, we can talk about it. If anybody wants to volunteer to play, I reserve that for anybody that pays the $5 and more, or sponsors. If one of my sponsors ever wanted to play, I for sure would let them play. I mean, they're doing a lot for us as well. What type of game, Susan asked? Well, that's a good question. This one is I don't know. See, that's what I mean. I don't know if I want to reveal the type of game or not. I don't know what it does other than gives us some suspense, and it gives you guys a little bit of a surprise. Some people like surprises. I don't know. Some people like to be surprised with a cool game. I don't know. Some people like to see the secret sauce too. So you comment below, guys. Let us know what you think. Huh?
There is some trivia, but you won't have to.
Anything? Yeah, actually, there's a lot to it. I actually am looking for volunteers who are good with digital design to actually not even necessarily good at digital design, but good with games in general, video game players. I know Shane Briggs and I were talking about it. Briggs Beans, he's a video gamer, so that's one of the folks. But I have it pulled up now. I'm gonna write down whoever wins this spin. I'm not gonna, I was hoping to get to we can get to 30 people. We're at 22 on the Facebook side. We're at 12 on Rumble, so we're out over 30. But if we can get to 30 on the Facebook side, I'll do the second spin for a rolling tray. So if you guys want to share us out, tag some friends, I guess you already shared. If you shared us to like, you know, somewhere that is like there's no one there, like that's not going to do a lot. So try to find some cool friends somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Charlene says I play bingo on Sundays. Yeah. So by game night, I am high as fuck. Charlene comes in, but that's okay though because you can you still pop through, and I just throw you on a team, and you don't even have to do anything. So I like this. I like the new format, but I have to get more people who are willing to play on screen. Like I have to. Let's see. Look at who played last week. And I try to rotate the people who play on screen, but if I have to, I'll just go with the same person every week, you know.
I mean, then at least have a set person.
What do you mean?
Well, if you like if you have somebody that's at least really consistent, you just make them a permanent captain, and
But I'm rewarding the captains though.
Well, maybe if you set up the permanent captain, maybe make it so that way they can only win a certain thing instead of like their grand prize or something like that. Like just because they're always going to be there.
Yeah.
You can always.
Well, I think as you're talking, I think it makes sense that they should still get a chance to win.
Well, yes.
Automatically get something for playing every week, but they would get a chance to beat other people. Like I would say Kim's always wanting to play, but at the same time, you do your show Sunday, you work all week, Kim. Like I'm not trying to, that sometimes it's 3-4 hours, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to do that to you unless you want to do it. So if we get some permanent players, then we can set up permanent teams even.
Hi Mark. Welcome.
Anyway.
So Michelle and Susan said they can play.
Yeah, Michelle said got my laptop fixed. Okay. Yeah, she had some connection issues. So if you want to play, for sure. And let's see. What's up, Mark? Yeah, guys, if you can get up to 30 people over there, we're going to give away another like little swag pack with a rolling tray in it. I think I might.
How much do you need on Rumble?
On Rumble, we're at 11. I'm not looking for 30 on Rumble. I just if you all went over to Rumble, we'd have like 100 probably. But that's how the algorithm works over there. You get 5 people over there commenting, and it'll triple the audience over there. It's just because of how it gets when it gets seen in the list.
Mm-hmm.
So we just grabbed your butt, Bobbert, the man. What's up, man?
He's always grabbing his butt.
Bobbert, I bet Bobbert knows a thing or two about like these fake glass blowers. Some fake. Some people call it China glass. I don't know what the right term is of the glass. But yeah, I don't know what the right. I mean, like there's this type of glass coming from China that is from like these machined factories.
Deep shit.
I can't believe you're going there.
Oh my gosh, I did it. Pretty sure that's what they call it, man. So I think that's what they call it. You don't have $5 more. There's not a $5 more small. Oh, Eric, I hear you. Yeah, you'd like to play, but you're not a. Well, I try to. I'm trying to make it a thing for pro subs so that people will, so that it's like worth it to do that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I feel like we've kicked the horse. I'm gonna go ahead and do the spin. I was waiting to see if anybody else was gonna. Oh, Dolores, I think I got you on here. I'll check real quick.
Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, you're on here.
Yeah.
Hi, Dolores.
Mark Gibbs is sharing out. I see you. Bobbert, if you want to share and tag or share and like, Trust me, glass blowers want to sell their work. If they don't interact, then that's a red flag. Yeah, that's true. Scammers stealing pics. Post pics with no comments, questions, question it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick with no comments.
I dealt with that. I dealt with that firsthand. It sucks.
Well, we're getting up there. We're at 25, guys. We get up to 30. I mean, hell, you know, we should get up to let's get up to 600. Let me just share it out a few more times. Just kidding.
I was going to say 600.
It's going to be a while. Long night.
Not for me. I got to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning, so I'm getting ready to turn into Cinderella.
I do too, and I think we're on the same time zone, and I have to eat something. So.
All right, we're gonna spin this now.
I took a 5-hour nap, so I'm good.
Wow, Wes. All right.
I had an epidural in my neck today, and I just came home and I passed out. So.
I hope it works.
I hope so too.
Mine, I get them in
my. I just looked at that. Wasn't it at an hour or a minute?
I saw her just a few minutes ago, so I think she's here. She said she was folding laundry. Heather, you have one.
All right. Heather gets it 2 weeks in a row.
Are we doing tagging?
Yeah, she can. She's a locals member. She gets actually, and I haven't really, for the most part, I don't really care if people, as long as they've hit the like button and they've shared us out and then commented, like, I'll just get a hold of you if you win on this one on a Thursday night anyway. And we didn't get to where I wanted to see if we could get up a little bit higher for a second giveaway, but I'm not going to stay on long enough to do all that. So it's all good, guys. Come back on Sunday for all that. I'm also looking for somebody out there that wants to be a, I mean, you can say co-host, but I really mostly like somebody that's on screen, but doing a lot of the administrative things for me, keeping track of teams and points and, you know, a few other things, maybe some comments or you know, such like that. That way I can spend more time on the hosting part. So looking for that as well. I'm just throwing those out there, right? But gotta try. I also have some ideas for this game, so I'm going to be working on that. Billy says, "Is my real name Billy Barton? Is your real last name?"
He's replying to.
I see. It's funny.
They're talking about a hashtag.
I see.
It's business, man.
For sure. All right, it's been a good one though, guys. There's a lot of stuff out there. You got to be careful. Always got to be careful.
That's for sure.
Any last words, guys? Go see Kim on Sunday. Sunday fun day. We got game night on Sunday as well.
It's great seeing everybody again.
Yes, thank you for coming up, Melanie.
You
You saved us. We needed more perspective, and thank you for doing that. Appreciate seeing you again. You guys all have a great night, and let us know in the comments if you have any other thoughts. I'll be reading them, and follow us if you haven't yet. Hit the like button. Good night.
Good night.
All right.
Good night, everybody.